Hello, my friend. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Mylène. I am an online fitness coach, but today I will be doing a completely different kind of video. As you can probably see from the thumbnail or maybe the caption, I am currently pregnant. I am in my third trimester, and I really wanted to do this video just to share my whole experience so far with the pregnancy from the first trimester till now. I am finally starting to feel better, so I really wanted to share my experience because this whole experience was for me something that I did not expect. I'm somebody that is healthy. I move my body on a daily with strength training, yoga, cardio. I consider myself very happy. So I really thought this pregnancy will be easy. So I did not really prepare mentally for the pregnancy itself. First of all, I did not look into a lot of video. So I was not prepared to everything that has happened in the first and second trimester. So I'm sharing this information today not to scare women to get pregnant, obviously, but just to prepare you if you did not add that information as well and moving forward in your own pregnancy journey. And like I said, this is something that I wish I knew before because I could have been prepared for this intense experience of my life that could I probably quote unquote one of the hardest thing I have been through. So today I'm just going to walk you through my own experience in my first trimester, my second trimester, and also where I'm at right now in my third trimester. And also, before getting started, I just wanted to say that my own pregnancy was planned. We decided in March 2025 that we were both ready, me and my husband, to start a family. And I know some people sometimes said, you never really gonna know if you're ready or not. For us, we actually knew. We at that moment, and we obviously had multiple conversations before that moment, but we knew in that moment that we were both ready. So in June 2025, we found out that I was pregnant. And seeing that positive pregnancy test, even if the pregnancy was planned, it's a moment I will never forget. You realize that your whole life is going to change for the better, obviously, but in the moment, it feels like you're saying bye to your old self, the relationship that was just me and my husband, the life that we have, the less responsibility, and you realize like all of the stuff that will come with having a child. So it is scary to realize that there's so much stuff that's going to change in your own personal life. However, it is one of the greatest blessings, and I know I'm going to love that child more than anything in the world. So let's get right into it with the first trimester. And let me be real with you to start with. The first trimester was the hardest season of my life. So physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I was really not ready for that first trimester. The change happened so quickly. It was like one day I was living my normal life, eating my healthy food, doing my cardio, doing my yoga, and then the next morning, just everything changed. So the first thing that I actually noticed was my blood sugar regulation. And I did not know at the time that I was pregnant, but I was walking outside, it was 30 degrees, and I was having shiver all over my body. And it was like a kind of feeling I was doing low blood pressure and low blood sugar at the same time. And I was like, that's really weird. Like I did not change anything. I'm taking my salt, I'm eating my normal calories, like nothing was changing, and my whole body temperature and how I was regulating was so different. So this was actually 5 days that I actually found out that I was pregnant, and I was already starting to feel emotional and fatigue, and I was like, what is going on right now? So in the first trimester in general, I had so many, let's say, side effects that has happened that has made my life so much miserable. So I was extremely tired all the time. I was like a couch potato. And if you know me, you know that I have a lot of energy. I love to work out. I love to do my cardio. I love to do all those kind of things, but I just could not. I was a big couch potato laying on the couch. I was not able to eat normal food because I had what we call food aversion. So this is basically like your body cannot eat the good food. It's so weird to explain. I love eating healthy. I love my vegetables. I love salmons. I love chicken. I love all those kind of stuff. I just could not. Just smelling fish and chicken, all those kind of stuff, I was gagging. I just could not. And all day long, I was having a lot of nausea with the food aversion. So this was really not fun. You're just trying to eat healthy for yourself and also for the baby, and you just can't. Like, my normal food routine was out of the window. And this was really hard for me because I'm somebody that truly believe in eating healthy and healthy lifestyle. And this was for the first time of my life that I did not have any control over that. It was like my body just wanted the bad food. And I obviously know how bad food affect your body, how bad food affect your gut bacteria, all those kind of stuff. And not even that, I'm growing a child inside of my belly. So I want to give him, because it's a little boy, the best nutriment possible for him to be healthy. So it was like an attack constantly in my mind of, I really want to do that. However, I just can't right now. So it was really hard to let go and really trusting what I could do in that moment, because little me inside of me was so mad at myself. I was feeling so much guilt for not even able to work out, not being able to eat healthy. There was just so much emotion. And on top of that, I feel like I'm just a big potato. I was having a hard time just doing anything. Just getting on a consultation call with a client was asking so much of my energy. I was actually doing a 30-minute consultation, and then after that I was sleeping all day because my whole energy just went into that consultation. And this was to a point where I was not even able to just walk the dogs. I was like completely out of it. And thinking about it is like my body is creating a whole human being, organs, a heart, a digestive system. Like, it's completely a miracle, and it's completely crazy when you actually think about it. So thinking about it today is like, obviously I was feeling like completely shit. However, in the moment, it feels extremely hard. And especially that I'm somebody that is not, let's say, I am not sick normally. I am not fatigued. All those kind of like side effect is not something that I normally experience on a daily basis. So it was like all of the sudden, everything all at once, and my whole reality just changed. It was like I was feeling so far away from who Mylène was. It's like everything that I love to do, I could not, and I had absolutely zero control over it. So that was really hard. And I can say for the first time of my life, I was having some thoughts that was not sunshine and rainbow. In my mind, it was very dark, if that makes sense. And obviously, because there's no dopamine receptor, like my dopamine was to the floor. There's all those hormones that are changing. Your body is changing. The food that I was eating is changing. Like everything is just changing. So my body and my mind and my spirit, everything was just trying to adapt to this new temporary reality. It's like 1 minute you're living your best life, and the next minute you're pregnant, your whole life is changing, you have nausea all day long, you're fatigued all day long, and you cannot do anything that you were doing 2 weeks ago. It was like black and white reality that came so quickly for me. And I'm not saying that this is for everybody. This is my own experience. I have spoken with so many women that has been pregnant, that has give labor, etc. And everybody got their own experience. So this is just my experience. I'm not saying that everybody is living that. Absolutely not. I'm just trying, like I said, to share my experience, to maybe prepare women to what is actually coming, and to know that this is just temporary, and yes, it will get better. I was constantly reminding myself that this is part of God's plans. This is part of the journey, and this is there for a reason, to making me grow, maybe into the mother that I am meant to be. But this has its purpose, even if it's the hardest moment of my life right now. And I won't lie, even if I was putting all of my trust, trying to let go, trying to trust the process, there was such a big amount of guilt inside of me, because the only focus in my first trimester was basically, if I had one word, it will be surviving. Surviving of how bad I was feeling. And in the first trimester, you're not even feeling the baby. Obviously, you just look fat. You don't even look pregnant, first of all. So you don't really think about the baby. Like, it does not really feel real yet. So like, I was really just in a dark place of trying to survive that moment. So the first trimester for me was absolutely wild, and something that I did not expect. I was just praying every day to feel better. Please God, make me feel better right now. And sometimes in the moment that are really hard, it is actually very hard to stay grateful. And I was really trying to practice that. But when you're feeling like completely shit, and you feel like nothing is working around you, it is hard. But I was really trying to practice that. So this was my experience for the first trimester. It was just extremely hard because I was feeling like completely crap the whole time. And then the second trimester happened. There was a couple of things with the second trimester. The first thing is that 99% of the women told me that in the second trimester it gets better. And for me, I was counting the days. Like, arriving at 12th week, I was like, okay, I'm supposed to feel better today. And this was a huge mistake, because now I was expecting to feel better, if that makes sense. But the fact that I was expecting, I was like, okay, now it's been 13 weeks, I'm not feeling better. 14 weeks, I'm not feeling better. So I was really expecting to feel better with what the other women have said. But that was not my reality. So starting about like 16 week, it slightly got better. So I was able, let's say, to walk the dog, cook some food, do some cleanup. The only thing is that I still had some food aversion and some nausea, and my fatigue was still there. So it was not the best. However, I was improving. So I was really happy about that. I was able to like breathe again and do my yoga. So that was really fun. And like, I feel like after like a hard moment in life, you get so much more grateful for the little thing. So for the second trimester, each week it slightly got better. So that was really fun about that. I was able even to go back to the gym with my husband, to do all of the little things, just not exaggerated, but I was able to like added back the fruit, added back the chicken. So little by little, I was able to add up all of the things that I love to do. And this really made me feel better. And I was just enjoying life back again. And then the third trimester happened. And this was for me 2 weeks ago. So I'm super excited because since the third trimester, I am feeling much more better. I am feeling back like myself. I am adding energy. I am feeling happy. I am feeling my dopamine is back. It's like I am just feeling back like myself. And it's funny because a lot of women, their experience was the completely opposite. First trimester, second trimester, super easy. Third trimester, super hard. So each woman, like I said, has their own experience. And for me, right now, it's the completely opposite. It's like, well, a lot of women also are struggling in their first trimester. But for me, first and second was hard. And third trimester, so far, so good. It is going very well. However, I know that at the end of the birth, you get very much more bigger, and you really want that baby to come out. And there's also the labor that is coming that I did not experience yet. So I know there's a lot of stuff that is going to happen in the next few weeks as well. But for now, I'm just enjoying the moment because I'm finally feel better and it feels so amazing. And after going through all of this hardship in the first trimester, now it just feel like a blessing to be able to wake up and have energy and have that drive to, let's say, just film a video. I will have never been able to film a video in my first trimester. And I also wanted to share 3 lessons that I have learned so far in my whole experience. I truly believe that each experience that God's give us is there for a reason. And if we actually see it with a perspective of like, this is actually trying to teach me and not like life is against me, we actually gain so much knowledge and we can continue in life with what we just learned and just become a better human and have a better experience. So I just wanted to share 3 lessons that I have learned so far in that old pregnancy. I was really trying to have that mindset of like, this is there for a reason and it is there for me to experience and there's something I need to learn and grow out of it. So the first one was trust and surrender at God's timing. And when I say trust and surrender, this goes for, I believe, everything in life. But in pregnancy, you really need to trust and surrender because first of all, this baby that is growing inside of my belly right now, I am not doing anything specifically for making it grow. God is using my body to grow that baby, but it's really crazy to think that I am growing that baby unconsciously. It is really, truly God's design that is creating that little child. And the fact that He has created a woman with all of the tools to be able to create life is a friggin' miracle. So I wanted to add that. And I also wanted to add that trusting God's timing goes with like all of the stage of pregnancy as well. Trusting that even if the darkest time, there's really a purpose behind it. And when I talk about surrendering, it can go for anything when it comes to the pregnancy and in life. But in my pregnancy, let's say at the beginning of the pregnancy, my placenta was a little bit too low. And if this happened, it's like you cannot give birth vaginally. And for me, this was something that like giving birth vaginally is extremely important to me. I understand that emergency can happen and I'm open to, let's say, use another method if that is needed. However, my wish for this pregnancy is to give birth vaginally. So when I learned that, this was at 18 weeks, I was a little bit stressed because I was like, I really want to give birth vaginally. And after that, I was like, okay, Mylène, you're going to be trusting. If God wants you to give birth vaginally, the placenta will go up. And I did add an ultrasound yesterday, actually, and it was up by like 4 centimeters. So we're good to go. So this was really, I was very happy about that because this was extremely important to me. But this was just another lesson for me to just trust, surrender, and what will happen for your greater good. And also the second lesson will be that hard moments creates gratitude. We don't realize that when we go through a hardship in your life, after the hardship, we're so grateful. We realize that we take for granted all the little things. So for me, after the first trimester, I was like, wow, I'm so grateful to be able again to eat real food, real healthy food. I'm so grateful to be able to walk my dogs. I'm so grateful to move my body. Like we get so caught up in the flow of life and how busy life gets that sometimes we forget that the little things are the best thing. And the third lesson will be compassion over perfection. And for me, me, this was something that was really hard to, let's say, sink in that pregnancy. However, I'm still working on it right now, but seeing your body's changing so much, and I'm coming from a bikini competitor background. So seeing your body's changing, it can be hard, and especially at the beginning. Like for me, the first trimester, this is where I gained the most weight just because my nutrition was changing a lot. I was not able to work out. Like all of those lifestyle change that has happened has made me gain a lot of weight, and the baby is not really growing in the first trimester, so this was all body fat, and I was not even able to work out, so I did lose a lot of muscle. The body fat was getting up, and also your bellies grows more and more with all the weeks that are getting closer to labor. So just adapting to your new body, it's not easy, but I keep reminding myself that compassion over perfection, and my body right now is in the state where I am growing a little human, and I'll be back on track right after. But it's really hard to sometimes just, you're trying to add that expectation that you want to be perfect, you want to have that perfect body, you want to have that perfect routine. But just having compassion and letting go and trusting that process, I believe, is just one of the greatest recipes to help you have the better experience, especially when it's something that you cannot control. And one last thing I wanted to speak about in this video is how much choosing the right partner, it's so important. I am so grateful for my husband. He has done everything I could imagine in this pregnancy. He walked the dog, he did the cleaning, he did the laundry, he passed the vacuum. Like, he's already very good on the daily basis. But when you can't do nothing and you see him step up on everything, this is where you actually see, wow, this is the best husband I could have never asked for. And also his support emotionally, like everything. Without him, I'm not sure how I will have legit handled this pregnancy. It was the rock by my side, and I'm so grateful for it. And to all the women listening, I really hope that you have a partner that loves you, that truly loves you, and that's gonna be there in like the hardest season of your life, because this is where you actually see the true love show up. And yeah, I'm so grateful for it, and I really hope that for you as well. So to all the mamas out here, or the future mamas that are listening to this video, I just wanted to say that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Even if you're going in the hardest season of your life, that can also be a close from labor, even into motherhood, and in all aspects of your life, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Keep up showing up, keep doing your best, give yourself some compassion, give yourself some love, try to trust the process of your life, and everything will be figuring out at its own timing. And this is it for today's YouTube video about my pregnancy. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have any question or any comment, please comment down below. I love speaking with you girls. And if you are in your first and second trimester, and even in your old pregnancy, I send you so much love. You got this. You're stronger than you think, and your body is doing an amazing job supporting you. I know how dark and overwhelming it is, but trust me, it's gonna get better. If this video has helped you feel less alone, please like this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. I will be posting much more YouTube videos, and I'm probably also gonna be posting probably like a birth video or something about my birth experience after the birth's gonna be happening in a few weeks now. Thank you so much for being part of this chapter of my life. I love you guys, and I see you guys in the next video.